represent Joe tonight since they're doing the State of the Union, or not State of the Union, but the joint address. So we got to represent Joe.
Okay, I feel you, Joe. Joe, his approval ratings are. Did you know that Donald Trump approval ratings never got higher than 50%?
I completely believe that. I mean, why would they? I mean,
What's
he never
happening,
did
YouTube?
anything right.
You're in the building with the Life Gang Avengers of current culture. It's me, the consistent living legend, Larry, most loyal brother on the planet, ready to do business and talk to you guys about what's going on in the world. Now, Larry, I've got some stories for the people. There's some Power Book 2 news. Method Man's real deal homeboy and almost like a brother figure to him, Redman, they just had a versus battle. He's going to be joining the Power crew, and I'm not going to tell you what his role is going to be. You'll just have to wait and hear it.
Oh man,
but
I can see them working together though.
I was going to say that should be some hellified chemistry on the screen. Hellified chemistry. I can't wait for that. And then guess what?
It took so long because Method Man's been acting a lot lately. We've seen him in all kinds of TV shows and some movies and stuff. So it just seems natural that he's bringing his boy along. He's probably told Redman, man, there's good money in this. You need to get out with this. So
everybody that goes into the music industry always tries to get into the acting gig because the money is easier.
Yeah.
Way easier.
Yeah.
And it's more. Crazy. And it's more. It's more and easier. So they're just like, for making 2 albums, I can go do 1 movie and get what I would get for like 4 albums. So everybody be trying to break into the movie industry.
Yeah.
Then we got Amari Hardwick. You know him as Ghost on Power. Larry, he gave his ranking. Which TV shows are the best between Power that he played in, The Wire, and Snowfall? You'll be shocked to see which one he said is number 1 and which one is number 3.
Really?
Oh yeah, I can't wait to play you that clip, boy. He ain't pulling no punches on it, my brother. Then the news broke out that Anthony Mackie is going to get a Captain America 4 movie, and guess what? He didn't even know it, and we're going to break it down how he felt and where he was at when he found out. And then last,
you're not going to tell Cappy we're making a movie. Oh, by the way, you're about to be in another movie. I mean, the good thing about that is, unless they've already negotiated the contract for his, for these movies, that puts him in a real strong position, his agent in a real strong negotiating position to walk in and be like, well, you already announced it. You didn't tell my client, so I guess you're going to have to pay.
I mean, Marvel be signing dudes into like 5-year commitments. And so I don't think they got nothing to worry about. And then last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, something that Larry, B. Avery, and E-Man dropped on me. Tucker Carlson out here trying to get his ass whipped and get other people's asses whipped. So Larry, before we get to the fun stuff, let's just do the boring, mundane, frat ass boy, stir up stuff, Tucker Carlson. Let's just get to him first. Ladies and gentlemen, you're not going to believe this stuff. Me and Larry believe it because we've heard dumbasses like Rush Limbaugh, Neil Bortz, Glenn Beck. They say these things over and over again because their fan base is as dumb as soap on the dope. Or is it dope on a soap or rope around the soap? One of them. They're literally that dumb. So when Tucker Carlson says something like this, you have to be careful. So Larry, let's recall what his dumb ass said.
It's not playing.
Uh-oh. Maybe StreamYard don't want it to play.
You sure it's not just a still photo? I don't see a play button on there.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Here's what he said you should do if you come across someone who is wearing a mask outdoors.
Ask politely but firmly, would you please take off your mask? Science shows there is no reason for you to be wearing it. Your mask is making me uncomfortable.
And he had this to say about having children wear masks.
Your response when you see children wearing masks as they play should be no different from your response to seeing someone beat a kid in Walmart. Call the police immediately. Contact Child Protective Services. Keep calling until someone arrives.
Wow. Tucker Carlson comes on the air saying foolish, stupid, and bigoted things on a nightly basis. He's dangerous because a lot of his viewers believe what he says. This latest rant is another example of his foolishness. Can you imagine what might happen if you got in a stranger's face and insisted on them removing their mask? And to tie up emergency phone lines with frivolous 911 calls about children wearing masks is irresponsible at best.
Larry, you want me to show you what would happen if somebody try to roll up on you and say Tucker Carlson told me to take your mask off? I think you said it best.
You know, do not, please, people out there, do not let Tucker Carlson get your ass whooped. Just no. Because I can tell you right now, if somebody rolls up on me talking about you need to take your mask off, I have so much pent-up aggression that I'm just waiting to unleash on somebody's dumb ass. I mean, that is just insanity. I mean, I'll tell you, this is the problem that bothers me with this, right? We know the cowardly types that watch him, and we know what they're going to do. They're going to run up on some, you know, 79, you know, year old Asian woman that weighs like, you know, 80 pounds or something, and they're going to try and rip her face mask off and she's going to get hurt. Or they're going to run up on some young kids and something's going to happen. It's going to be a big mess. I'm just saying, be careful. Don't do it. Because I can tell you right now, if someone runs up on me and tells me to take my mask off, if they get close enough that I feel threatened, I'm just going to swing first and start asking questions later. I'll just deal with the fallout later. I'm just going to be like, look, this person rolled up on me trying to take my mask off. I was like, all I knew is that I thought that I must have figured they must have had COVID or something. They were trying to infect me because they were running up on me trying to take my mask off. I was like, I mean, I don't want to curse on your show, man, but I wish a motherfucker would. I mean, that's just crazy.
I mean, man, bro, you know, you have free range to use all the profanity laced tirades you want on this show, just as long as you keep it short. That's all. You have free range to use it as long as you want. You know, I got a child that I got to go take a look after and all that. So the part that bothered me the most, Larry, it's one thing to go run up on an adult and try to take their mask off. It is another damn thing to be calling and tying up 911 and the police over a frivolous thing such as somebody trying to protect their damn kids from someone else coughing on their kids, getting the kids sick. I mean, literally. And to think that people believe him when he says there's no science to back that wearing the mask outside does anything. So basically, the CDC just came out and said, if you are fully vaccinated and you're past that 14-day window after your second shot, and you're around other people who are vaccinated that you can confer are vaccinated, there's no need for you to have a mask outdoors. It didn't say if you're outside around random ass randos that you don't wear the mask.
Right.
Everybody who has got the shot and are going to be going places with folks that you can't trust, because the minute you see somebody with the mask down around here, that tells you something. If they're doing that right there, that's going to let you know that how the hell they do when they ain't in public. Or someone who put the mask on, wear it down here. Come on, man. So, you know.
And here's the thing about kids. First of all, don't call and clog up the lines for 911. Don't call and I mean, for anybody who has known a social worker or anybody who works for CPS, they have workloads that are unlike anything you probably have ever imagined a human being having to do for work. I mean, they have so many cases. They do not have time to deal with the foolishness of people calling saying, I saw a kid wearing a mask in a store. Tucker Carlson told me to call you. Don't do it to them. And on top of that, let's not forget that they don't have a vaccine yet for kids. And kids can get COVID, and kids can get sick from COVID. But here's the other thing. Even if you don't get sick from COVID like that, COVID still can cause all kinds of organ damage in people. They're saying a third of people who have contracted COVID end up with all kinds of mental issues, brain issues, where they either have issues with cognition, or they have issues with mental health. There's all kinds of brain issues people are having when they get COVID, and they may not even have been like hospitalization sick or even had to go stay down. Maybe they were just tested positive. So there's all kinds of other issues. You don't want your kid who's 4 or 5 or 8 years old getting COVID and you're thinking, oh, it's no big deal. And then when they turn 19, you find out they have liver damage, or you wonder why your kid has been so ill behaved and having these issues. Then you find out, oh, well, he has some sort of COVID brain syndrome that has caused him to now have mental health issues where there's no family history of it, you know, or other environmental factors. So you just, I mean, don't let these people out there that don't care about you. And really, in a sense, I think they actually hate America because they're out there telling Americans to do things that are damaging and hurtful to them. So don't let people like that out there dictate your actions and convince you to do things that they don't do and things that they wouldn't do. And all they really do is they're being inflammatory because they're trying to make as much money as they can off of you by enticing you to stay and watch and have good ratings so they get more advertising dollars so they make more money. That is all they are about, is trying to get as much money as possible. And don't let those people get you or your kids sick or hurt or killed. Don't do it.
B. Avery has joined the building, ladies and gentlemen. My little brother down in Texas. They done got them 2 congressional seats. B. Avery, we talking about your boy Tucker Carlson and him up here telling people to just go rip folks' mask off and call the police if people are outside, got masks on their kids, saying it's child abuse. B. Avery, what are your thoughts on him placating the dumbass rednecks that go to wrestling and actually believe what he's saying is true? Well, not all my dumbass rednecks. I'm sorry. I don't want to say all y'all, okay? Because we do have a contagion, and we've had some on this show. They don't believe in none of that bull jive. It's just that their voice is not as big as the ones that believe in this foolishness. Talk about Tucker Carlson. And we got a T-shirt for you, my brother. Check this out.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Larry is coming through with the graphics. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to get one from you and E-Man. They making shirts, making merchandise, support black businesses. That is on the money right there.
Daggone right.
But yeah, man, I was listening. I was in the middle of editing this video. And I was gonna try to hop on doing the Captain America 4, but Larry's words just really inspired me. I was like, I gotta jump on right now. Like I was saying the other day, this dude is effing crazy.
Yeah,
effing nuts. He is a lunatic, man. He is a lunatic, and my goodness gracious, I wish somebody would come and ask me to take off my mask. My brother. That will be the day to where a black man turns Super Saiyan 4 for the first time. Bro, they will feel the wrath of the Phoenix. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, you gonna go gold on us. You're gonna go Super Saiyan 4.
He's gonna unleash Ogun on him.
Oh my God.
Are you serious? Like Larry just said, that is a little attack, bro. Like it's crazy that we have to share space with people that think like this. It's like, it is just insane, man. It's like people, like, it's not like but part of me, I'm trying to calm down because I'm thinking, okay, truly Tucker is smart enough not to really feel this way, and he's just trying to cater to his audience to get the money, you know. I mean, he's a moron, but I don't think he's that big of a moron, but I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? He could just be trying to, fuel the flame. But like you said, the T-shirt said, do not let this dude get your ass whooped. Because you're gonna seriously come across the wrong person, and they're gonna snap your neck and be justified in doing so. And it's just gonna be ugly.
And then where's Tucker Carlson gonna be? You're not gonna be able to tie it back to him. Even though a lot of these people do things based on the whims of these right-wing radio professionals, these right-wing TV show professionals, when some of this crap they don't believe in. But that's not the problem. It's dangerous because let's say you don't believe this crap you're peddling. but you're still peddling it because you know your dumbass followers aren't intelligent enough or well educated enough to discern real from fake.
Right.
I keep going back to my wrestling analogies. Half of the grown ass men that were sitting around me during the wrestling days believe that the shit is still real.
Oh my God.
These are grown men who literally think it's still real. And if it's that easy to placate them, think about the things we have seen in the last 4 years. Think about that boy.
Here's the thing, right? Is that
hold up, Larry. Think about that boy that the right-wing media kept telling Hillary Clinton has a child brothel in the basement of a pizza parlor. Right. And the dude from North Carolina drives up there with his machine gun, shoots people, and the damn pizza parlor doesn't have a basement. But it was all right.
He shot people.
Yes.
I just thought he showed up.
No, he shot people.
Oh, wow.
He shot, they arrested his ass on the spot because right-wing conspiracy told him it was okay to believe in that joke.
Man, put these people on their own island, man, and just let them do whatever they want, you know.
This what I want to see them go. Look, you got a whole state that's half the size of the United States, and it's a Republican state. All y'all move to Alaska. Just go.
Here's the thing: is that people like you. Some people can say, "Oh, I really believe this," but the reality of it is these people know that the stuff is not real. They know that it's fake, but they want to believe it. It's like with me and Santa Claus. I know Santa Claus is fake, but I want to believe he's real. I want to believe that every 25th, set December 25th, I'm getting Santa gifts. I know it's not real, I mean, you decide what you want to believe and what you don't. And here's an interesting thing about Fox News is that Fox News is they're being sued right now, but they've been sued multiple times. Fox News already went into court and argued that no reasonable person would believe the things that they say on their network, that it is so over the top that no reasonable person would believe it, and therefore they are not liable for what is said on there. That's what Fox News's own attorneys are arguing in court. So, but the problem is that people that watch that network do believe this stuff. They do believe it. And whether they believe it because they want to believe it or they believe it because they truly believe it, it doesn't matter. They still believe it and they act on it.
Right. And some of them are a little slow. I mean, I'm just keeping that thing real. I ain't trying to be funny.
No,
I'm just keeping it 100%. Some of them are a little slow. A lot of them lack education. A lot of them are, hinterland folks that just want to farm. They don't want to deal with outside world, but they will listen to Fox News because it placates some of their worst instincts. But at the end of the day, folks, don't let Tucker Carlson get your ass beat.
Yeah. See, here's the problem, and this is where it gets dangerous because you're gonna have some 50-year-old Karen that's gonna roll up on some black dude and try and snatch his mask off his face. She's going to roll up to him and she's going to say, "Oh, I was being polite but firm," and tell him, "You need to take your mask off. It's making me uncomfortable, blah, blah, blah." And he's going to be like, "Bitch, get out my face." And then she's going to reach for his mask and he's going to mollywop the shit out of her and knock her unconscious. And she's going to be laid out. And people are going to be like, "Oh, this big, giant monster Negro knocked out this poor little white lady." And it's going to be a big ass mess. And I just think people need, like the Republicans are always talking about live and let live, leave people alone, keep government out of your stuff. How about you keep your business away from my business? Take your attitude, take all of your other stuff and leave me alone with it. I mean, our job is to protect each other, not to rip masks off each other's faces, not to run up and confront people about wearing masks. I mean, we've had a hard enough time in this country just getting people to wear face masks. And now you have these people on there trying to tell you to confront people about wearing them.
I mean, it's so against logic. Like, who's it? Like, where do you draw the line? Who's to say that you can't go up to somebody and be like, "Can you please take off your hat? It's making me uncomfortable. Can you please take off that cross and chain? It's making me uncomfortable. Can you please take off your yellow socks? It's making me uncomfortable." I mean, it's just stupid. It doesn't make any sense to me at all. And like y'all was saying, unfortunately, we got some people that buy into that crap.
Mm-hmm.
I would tell somebody, please remove yourself from my presence. You make me uncomfortable. How about your life makes me uncomfortable? Why don't you go kill yourself? How about that? I mean, it's just you get to the point of ridiculousness and absurdity. You know, I think it's very, very dangerous what he's doing, what he's saying, and people are going to do it. They're going to go out there and they're going to confront people, and people are going to get hurt as a consequence.
Just watch yourself, my people. Stay protected. Watch out for these clowns. And just the greatest weapon that we have as a people nowadays, alongside our minds, is our cell phones and those great cameras you got on those phones. Keep them things ready. So B. Avery, because I know you're editing, you might need to skate on out of here a little early. We're going to go to Captain America story right now. Okay. So the news has been rumbling. They're going to do a Captain America 4. Anthony Mackie didn't know. Let me get you guys up to date on the latest on that saga using one of my YouTube brethren, Everything Always.
So this is Entertainment Weekly catching up with Anthony Mackie literally within the last 24 hours to ask about the ending of Captain America and the Winter Soldier. And I say that because that's what they renamed the series at the end during the post-credit scenes, and ask about this future film, Captain America 4, starting with the question, how'd you hear about this? And this is what Anthony Mackie had to say. Quote, I literally found out yesterday in a grocery store, Mackie says. The checkout guy named Dwayne, a cool cat, he's like, yo man, is this real? Holds up a cell phone. I'm like, I haven't heard anything, and that's what I love about working for Marvel. They call you, they're like, come to LA, we want to tell you what's going on. So I'm excited to see what happens, but I haven't heard anything. Now, that means he hasn't heard this officially from Marvel, but as I'm sure you've seen everywhere since the day after the conclusion to Falcon and the Winter Soldier, this report of Captain America 4. That's because it was broke by the Hollywood Reporter as an exclusive. Hollywood Reporter and Deadline are basically the holy grails of Hollywood trades. There's a couple others, but usually when they report something, it's as close as taking it to fact or an official announcement as there can be. So while we always say take everything that doesn't come from Marvel Studios with a grain of salt, if it's coming from the Hollywood Reporter, it's probably true. Also, you got to think about it from just taking a step back. Announcing Captain America 4, the future for Anthony Mackie and that franchise, that's the best day to do it when the hype is at its highest, and it also saves Marvel from having to make some sort of official announcement or anything like that.
So, B. Avery, I'm going to come your way first. How are you feeling, number one, Marvel just basically deciding to do Captain America 4, which I think is pretty credible, and Anthony Mackie didn't know, but how do you honestly feel about Anthony Mackie being the lead in a Captain America 4?
Well, first, I'm happy about the news that they're doing a Captain America 4. I don't like the fact that he didn't know, that he found out in the grocery store. It's probably not a big deal, but I mean, even if he didn't know all the details, at least send the brother a text. You know, like we just got done talking to legal. You know, we're signing the dotted line. You know, we're working on the movie for you. You know, the news is gonna drop in about an hour or 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't gotta fly him out, and and he could just be playing around and being coy and stuff. But I that kind of just rubs me the wrong way, to be honest with you. But as far as him taking on the lead role, I'm excited for it. I really am. I didn't think this day would come to where not only did we get like a black superhero lead, because we got that with Black Panther, this is a Black American hero. Mm-hmm. So that just kind of like touches me even more, know. And, I mean, it's all fiction, but Wakanda is fiction, America is not. So it's really hitting me emotionally, you know what I'm saying, as far as like representation goes. Of course, the Falcon is not, or AKA now Captain America, is not as big as Black Panther, but as far as cultural reference, this is amazing to me. And I know that there's been talk online for years that Anthony Mackie is a good supporting actor. He can't lead a film. Well, we're gonna see. I believe in him.
As they say, we gonna see.
Yeah, we're gonna see, and I think we've talked about a little bit before how they're gonna beef up the cast to help them out, like they kind of did with Civil War. I'm cool with that, because they did it with a white Captain America, so You know, if they do it, at least it'll be consistent. But I'm optimistic about it. I'm nervous and excited all at the same time.
Wow. Okay. I can live with that. Brother Larry, how you feeling about Mr. Mackey taking on the mantle and not getting a notice? I mean, they couldn't have Facebook the guy. They couldn't have Instagram the guy. Marvel just said, fuck it. We're going to do this, and Anthony's just going to be in it. And he's just going to like it or not.
I'm assuming that I'm going to assume that they actually knew. He actually knew that this was coming. Mm-hmm. But like a lot of times they can't say anything until the official announcement. So he probably just had to pretend he didn't know because maybe he didn't know when the official announcement was coming. But I'm going to assume that he knew this was coming down the pike and he just was like, well, I can't say anything. And because I don't know if this is official or not, I can't go ahead and confirm it to this guy at the grocery store, you know. But I'm excited to actually have Black Captain America. I'm glad he's just going to be, you know, I have to stop thinking of Black Captain America and just be he's Captain America who's black, you know.
Right.
But I'll tell you the one thing that makes me wonder about this, and I wondered about it when I saw the end title of the series, is Bucky not fully deprogrammed? Did the Wakandans leave a little trap door in there so they can activate him when they want to? Because why is he still the Winter Soldier? I mean, he said in the series, I'm no longer the Winter Soldier, and he went through all that deprogramming. So why is it that Falcon gets to transition from being Falcon to Captain America and Bucky doesn't get to transition out of Winter Soldier?
I think that's just a Wakanda thing, like their little thing. I could be wrong, but you know, if he goes around and start calling himself like the White Wolf, like around the world, like everybody may be like, what the hell is that? You know what I'm saying? Because everybody knows who Captain America is worldwide, you know?
Right.
And that character has been around for decades. I mean, that's just me though.
But the Winter Soldier is I mean, the dude was an assassin. There's not a positive thing for Bucky. Bucky wants to shed that. True. And I feel like he can't just turn around and embrace it and move forward. I mean, we know how vital it has been for him to get rid of the Winter Soldier, the whole Winter Soldier persona. And so I just feel like, and I don't know I know why Marvel's doing it as far as name recognition, but I feel like if they're going to transition him out of that, he needs to have something else. Like, I like the idea of the White Wolf, but it just makes me wonder, since they keep calling him Winter Soldier, maybe he's not fully deprogrammed. You know, maybe the Wakandans left access to the Winter Soldier in there that they could access if they need him.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead. My fault.
Oh, you straight. In the comics, when he was deprogrammed, they still refer to him as the Winter Soldier. Some of the same things we've seen on this show, him going through, he went through that in the comics as well. The difference with the White Wolf, he was never the White Wolf in the comics. So that's totally, the White Wolf was someone else that was adopted into T'Challa's family. Totally different guy. So, maybe Larry, maybe they might spin him into the White Wolf. Maybe they could set up a scenario where something happens and that programming doesn't work. And then they got to take him back to Wakanda, reprogram him. Then they reprogram him as the White Wolf. I don't know where they're going to go with that because they've already referred to him as the White Wolf. Right. So it makes me think we're going to get a White Wolf, which would be a White Wolf in a Wakandan suit jumping around like the Black Panther. So I don't know where they're going to go with that. But B. Avery, go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, I would be cool with that if it just stayed in Wakanda. Because to be honest with you, it would just seem weird to me and have no significant weight if Sam, Rhodey, or any of the other Avengers are calling him White Wolf because they don't know the origin of it. Now, Larry, you do bring up a good point to where the Winter Soldier does have a negative connotation towards it. You know, he's trying to shed that. So in the future in the MCU, they may just call him Bucky, you know, and not call him Winter Soldier anymore. And that's fine. But it just seemed like it would be weird for me, to me, if if Steve Rogers come back or whoever, just the rest of the cast, the Avengers, Thor, like, hey, White Wolf, it's like, you know,
Where you come from?
Yeah, they would just be name dropping. You know,
Right.
it just wouldn't have any sentimental value to it. You know, because I imagine he was in Wakanda for a while, and I'm imagining that therapy took a while, and there was a rapport built there, a good relationship, a respect, a love, you know, and so
Right.
yeah,
I just want to see him get rid of the Winter Soldier moniker. I just want to see that. I would like to see that gone for him.
yeah.
I would like to see him. I mean, I understand that it is his brand in a sense, but I mean, it's not necessarily a good one. So,
Right. And one more thing. I honestly, if this is the end of the Winter Soldier story in the MCU, I would be disappointed, or not the character, but that name, because I don't think, excuse me, I'm sorry, I don't think we've seen enough of that character in his Winter Soldier mode. So I would still like a prequel of him going on missions, assassinating people, him fighting Isaiah Bradley, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You know, I want to see the MCU continue to move forward in the timeline in a linear fashion, while also still giving us backstory to some characters to flesh things out more.
See, B Avery, I know what you're asking for. See, y'all see how he slid in there. I want a little bit of that Isaiah Bradley fight. B Avery just want to see how Isaiah Bradley whipped the Winter Soldier's ass and tore that arm off. That's what B Avery want to see. He want to see a Winter Soldier ass whipping. That's what he itching for. And who doesn't want to see them do some kind of a story with Isaiah Bradley? I mean, like you literally could probably make a series based on him, a young Isaiah Bradley during that era, if Marvel really wanted to go there.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like when they, when the Wakandans delivered Sam his new suit and wings and all, I feel like they should have upgraded Bucky too, because I mean, as we saw during this season, the more he's out in the front playing a pivotal role, he's getting hurt. I mean, we've seen his arm basically just get pummeled twice in this series. We saw Io just basically do the cheat code and drop his arm off of him. And then the other one, when U.S. Agent basically threw him against that beam in the warehouse and just shorted his whole arm out.
Yeah, I'll give you that second one, but the first one is completely valid to me. I mean,
yeah, that one's valid.
If you create, a device, you're gonna know how to dismantle it, And I just like it to where, that just shows how badass they are.
No, I get that totally. But what if that ability falls into the wrong hands? What if somebody else learns how to do that? I'm just thinking they needed to upgrade him. So because I feel like if he's gonna be sort of the sidekick to Cap, he's going to be fighting some really high-powered people, and he needs probably a little bit more than what he's currently wearing, what he's currently working with. I'm not saying chop his other arm off and give him another arm, but maybe give him some armor or something.
Damn, man. What you want the dude to be, the White Jacks? You want him to go to Mortal Kombat? Damn, Larry. Oh, my God, man. No, man. Leave that man alone. Let him stay the Winter Soldier with his Wakandan arm. And Wakanda being the only people that really truly have the cheat code. Nobody's technology, no Wakandan technology has fallen into the wrong hands unless they broke into Wakanda. And your name was what, B. Avery?
Claw?
Claw.
Yeah.
Yep. That's it.
Yeah.
So B. Avery, you got enough time for one more?
I think I got enough time.
Okay. So we'll let you pick it, because the rest of the show is all about power. So we got two power stories. So the first story is Amari Harwood. He ranks the top 3 shows between Power, The Wire, and Snowfall. Or we've got news that Redman is going to be coming on Power Book 2 Ghost. Which story you care for the most?
Redman coming on Power Book 2 Ghost, because I don't know anything about Snowfall or The Wire, so.
Well, I can't lie to you, my brother. I've never seen The Wire either.
Okay.
But you know what? We will do the Redman story, just because I'm interested to see where you think they're gonna go, because you're fully up to date on Power Book 2.
Yes.
So, but ladies and gentlemen, we would be remiss if we didn't remind you guys of the action, the mayhem And how y'all kept teasing me last year by calling that professor of education lock and key. Y'all just worried me to death with that. Yeah, man, y'all just worried. So let's look at some of the action, then we'll discuss what's going on with the brothers.
Somebody tried to kill me today, Ma.
You need to tell me everything that you've been up to right now.
Should I alert the authority?
No, it's not that kind of danger.
I can sell this drug dealing family. I gotta know, how does it end?
Look, I still feel like there's something that you're hiding.
You can't trust anybody, not with the truth.
I'm seeing this whole thing wrong.
When I find you, you're dead.
So that's a little refresher of what happened. Now, this is the news that we got from the Power IG this week.
Method Man right here. I am on the set of Ghost, Season 2, Power Book 2, Season 2. And guess who I'm shooting a scene with today? Y'all never guess. That's right, y'all. Funk Doc is on the scene with your brother.
Yes, sir, I'm playing this bruh on Ghost Power Book 2, and it's gonna be fire!
Fire. So y'all stay tuned, man. We'll keep locked in. Method Man right here.
Harry, I'm gonna swing your way first. I do recall, didn't Davis MacLean say he had a brother that was in jail or something like that? How do you feel about Method Man joining the show? I mean, Redman, excuse me, joining the show.
I like Red Meth, man, and back in the day when I used to work for Loud Music and in the Source magazine and all that, when I was shooting a lot of hip hop stuff, I was on the set of a Wu-Tang video.
Wu-Tang.
Huh?
I'm sorry, I said Wu-Tang.
Yeah. So I was on the set of the Gravel Pit video, and Redman came up there, and them two dudes, man, they are straight comedy together. They're just straight. Redman is just straight up funny. He's a funny dude, and I'm looking forward to see what kind of shenanigans he brings to the show. So,
The only thing I got to say is keep him away from Professor Carey. That's all I got to say.
I don't know how they're gonna shoot Red and Meth and with the rest of the crew, because both those dudes are tall as hell. I mean, both of them are like, I want to say they're probably like 6'3", 6'4", and we've seen how short little what's his name is Tariq looks like he's only about 5'8" or something, and the rest of the crew's all short too. Amari Hardwick was short, but he's not on there anymore. But all the rest of them I think are short, except for maybe what's the gangster dude's name that's always got the scary face?
Bobby Brown.
No. Dude just got out of jail, came up to the school looking for Tariq.
What's his name?
Not Kanan. Damn.
The other dude.
Kane. It is
Kane. Kane.
No, not the one that killed the dude and put him in the pool.
Kane.
Is that his name's not Kane, is it?
Yeah.
Kane?
Yeah.
I thought Kane was 50's character.
That's Kane.
No, man, that's Kanan.
Okay.
That's Kanan. Yeah. Go ahead. Take the wheel, B. Avery. Take
you
the
know
wheel. How you feel? How you feel?
Perfect. This could not be any more perfect. Like I didn't know this until I heard you talk about it like 2 seconds ago, or in doing the intro, or I can't remember, but I'm excited about it. You know what I'm saying? This is absolutely perfect. I mean, you said something about the chemistry between them. It's gonna be fire. Redman said it's fire. It's gonna be fire. It's gonna be funny. It's gonna be everything we want it to be. I don't see how this can fail. Whoever decided to make this decision needs to get a raise, in my opinion, because I was excited to have season 2 come back because I really did enjoy it. Tariq turned over. Well, I'm still mad at Tariq for killing Jabari, even though he was whack and kind of deserved it.
Sorry, I was thinking about 2-Bit.
Okay.
Didn't mean to interrupt you. My bad.
No, you're good. But man, I'm thrilled with this news. I think this is a great addition to the show, and it's gonna help the ratings go up. So
man,
I'm on board 100%.
Here they go, B. Avery. Here they go doing this mess. Look at this.
Yep.
Look at this. Man, see, let me tell you, Avery, see how my subscribers do me. I do a joke, right? And then they just throw it in my face. I didn't see. I'm allowed to call her Lock and Key, not everybody else. Not everybody else. I mean, look at this mess, man. Once you get them started, they don't stop. They just like the popcorn. Once you pop, you don't stop. That's what they do on this channel. My God, Lord have mercy. Well, you've got that getting ready to come back on. You've got The Shy. You've got The Black Mafia, which is the Detroit show coming on. Raising Canaan. It's going to be pretty busy for us Black creators. And Avery, what you got going on the channel so we can let you get back to your editing?
I am in the middle of editing my Without Remorse movie review with Michael B. Jordan and
you see
how was that? How was it?
It was good. It was good.
It looked good. I mean, the trailer looked amazing.
I did enjoy it.
Okay.
I think it was a perfect origin story for the Tom Clancy series, and I'm looking for more. And just to let y'all know, there is a mid-credit scene, so y'all need to stay for that, and it will change how you feel about the film overall, in my opinion, for the good. It's not. I'm not saying it's a perfect movie, and I'm not saying that, but I did enjoy it. I did have fun.
That comes out on the 30th, right?
Yeah, this Friday.
Yeah, Friday. Yeah.
And also, I am on. I'm halfway through Yasuke or Yusuke, that Japanese animation on Netflix that comes out either tomorrow or Friday with Lakeith Stanfield as the voice actor. It's about the Black Samurai.
Oh, okay.
In Japan.
Yeah. So you've seen it. How you like that?
I like it so far. It's pretty cool. The only thing I'm not really feeling so far is kind of how they have 6 episodes. None of them are longer than 30 minutes, but sometimes they jump back from modern day time to the past 20 years. That's a little confusing to me, like trying to get caught up. And some of the title cards, like, they're trying to write in like Japanese calligraphy, to show what town or year it is. And sometimes I'm like, I can't read what that says. Other than that, it's pretty good. He's pretty cold fighter. He whooping ass with a sword and stuff. And so I like it. I like it so far.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
Yeah.
Right.
What is it called again?
Yasuke.
Okay.
And it's Lakeith Stanfield. It's a Japanese animation with Lakeith Stanfield voicing a Black samurai.
Okay.
So, and of course this is in the 1600, 16th century, 1500. So, Black people in Japan and Black people everywhere and been everywhere, but they're like, I'll just go ahead. It's just one scene kind of funny. They're like, "Oh, thank you for saving me. You look dirty. Let me clean your skin." And they try to clean the skin. It's like, why is the dirt not coming off? He's like, because I'm Black. That's supposed to be there,
Damn.
Damn. I thought his black skin was dirt. I was like, wow.
Oh my God.
Because they like he never seen a Black person before in his life. But I'm only on episode 3 so far. So far, it's pretty decent. So
Gotcha.
and I just got a couple of trailer reactions I got to upload. And again, this Friday, I will be talking about Invincible, the season finale. And I may be talking a little bit more. I haven't really talked to y'all about Mortal Kombat. So save your opinions. If y'all come on Friday, we may chop it up about that too. But yeah, that's what I got going on right now.
Yeah, I feel like we should talk about that show you just reviewed, the short. What was it called? Dangerous Strangers or something like that? Two Distant Strangers. Yeah. I watched that a while ago, and it is fantastic. It is fantastic. I think it just won an Oscar for the short, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is a good. I don't know what you thought. I haven't watched the review yet, but it is. I thought it was. I know some people didn't like it, but I thought it was a really fantastic short, and I love the girl in it. The girl that's cast in that. She's amazing.
Yeah, I'll let you watch my review if you want.
Okay.
I mean, unless the people want to know how I feel, but I'll let you watch it.
Well, you gave them a whole lot of free content. You got to tease them a little bit to get over to the station, man. Y'all subscribe to this brother's channel because
please, thank you.
And I'm just tell y'all like this: anytime you see his thumbnail and he's got out a bleach bottle, you better come ready to put out a fire. Cause boy, it's gonna be some fire up there. I'm trying to debate when something I hate, should I do me a little gimmick? Should I put on a wig? Should I put on my glasses?
Yeah.
Should I'm
Plus
thinking
7
about doing
glasses,
some.
the plus 7 sexy as hell.
Yeah,
What
I'm thinking
you
about
talking
doing that again, man. I quit doing that like 2 years ago. I might have to bring it back.
Yeah.
And the only thing I'm gonna say is I will bring them with me because I'm gonna be on B. Avery's show Friday. And if he's talking about we're gonna talk about Mortal Kombat, I will be bringing the plus 7 glasses of sexy as hell to talk
Wait,
that
you're
review.
going live on Friday?
Yeah, for a little, man, you know, for just about an hour, maybe, you know.
All right.
I want to, because I'm caught up on Invincible now, and I love the show. I mean, damn, it's a great show, and
It's amazing, ain't it? It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's gory, but it's
amazing.
I mean, this last episode, I was at the edge of my seat, man.
It was great, man.
Bruh.
Lord have mercy. That show, my God.
Yeah, and so I just have. I mean, there's no Falcon and no Winter Soldier this Friday, and so you know, I want to fill in the space, and so I'm gonna talk about that for at least 30 minutes.
Yeah, man.
You know, so
that I mean, because we normally do it up here, and it's had mixed reviews when we do it on my show. One review got a couple of thousand views, then one I did solo got like 300 views total. So I'd be kind of iffy if I'm going to do that one or not. But I mean, the show B. Avery, it just go hard as hell. I'm almost to the point of saying it's a little better than The Boys.
I still need to get caught up on that. So you're gonna be on Friday. You're still gonna have your regular showtime at 9 p.m. Eastern, right?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm gonna do my show right after yours.
Okay.
So if yours starts at 9 your time, I'll start mine at 10.
Okay. Yeah. So that way I can get in an hour with you by that point in time for sure. So, ladies and gentlemen, the good brother B. Avery, he's got a lot going on. We'll be teaming up with him this coming Friday. B. Avery, thank you for coming and chilling with the brothers.
You're very welcome.
Plan to talk about that Two Distant Strangers because we're gonna have to discuss.
Okay. I'm ready.
And we're gonna have to discuss B. Avery that Mortal Kombat. We're gonna have to discuss these glasses is coming. We gotta discuss that mess, man.
We gotta discuss.
I'm gonna have to watch that again, man. Because I mean, I enjoyed it, but I think I have to watch it again because people keep bringing up different points that make me think like, did I miss something?
I'll save all mine for Friday, but like your feelings about it keep going up and down, left and right, switching in and out because I keep thinking about stuff, and so I can't wait.
Yeah, we got to talk. My feeling is unchanged. If y'all want to see something good dealing with Mortal Kombat, go watch the animation Mortal Kombat Scorpion's Revenge, and you will be thoroughly entertained. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. B. Avery, my brother, thank you. Always a blessing. And we'll see you on Friday.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a good night. Peace out.
Be sure to subscribe to my brother's channel, folks. Be sure to subscribe. All right, Larry, last subject for me and you, my brother. Are you ready?
I think maybe you should get a Flag Smashers mask, man.
I like that.
There you go.
Or maybe on my thumbnail, I hide behind what Wakanda gave me.
There you go. Peek out from the side.
Because the movie is that much trash. Yeah, I'm gonna just.
You need the shield. You have to shield yourself from it.
There you go. But man, I gotta tell you something, man. My daughter loved this thing, man. My daughter, because I can take it and put it on the ground and spin it around like this, and she just be on it, and I'm thinking to myself, chick, you ain't gonna be in this YouTube studio tearing up all my fine classics and stuff. That's just for a few minutes. Daddy got you in here, but you're gonna have to get up out of here, man.
Oh man!
But my people, we to the final subject, everybody, and we is still talking about power. This time, we're talking about Amari Hardwick and what he feels are the top 3 shows between Power, The Wire, and Snowfall. If you didn't hear what he had to say, here's the clip of Amari Hardwick. Then me and Larry will chop it up with you guys and your thoughts.
If you were going to rank 1 to 3, Snowfall, Power, and The Wire, what is your ranking?
Awesome question. I think we were dominant so we were dominant AF for 4 seasons. Dominant. Like bang, 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 bang. I think that Snowfall Shout outs to our beloved late and great John Singleton, which is partly why Damson and I are going to work together, because John was very keen on both of us as young actors. And we decided to continue what John would have wanted us to continue. So Damson and I'll do that. And I can't wait to start to curate work with him. I'll say that it's a fascinating thing story-wise as to what they created. So I'll give it a great ranking, but it can't be in the ranking of those two that are tried, tribulated, and now done. And remember, the spinoffs of Power are not necessarily consistent to that which I've done. And once my character was over, now I'm counting that show only, to your point. Not Ghost, not Force with Joseph. I'm so freaking happy he got that, especially Joseph. And not what, obviously, Michael Rainey has been able to do and keep going with Tariq. I can't say that on the list would be Snowfall at this point, because it's still running and still balling and still trying to figure out the crossover and the fadeaway. They ain't proven all that yet. But I would say, consistently speaking, convoluted storyline on both sides, cops, the wiretap, the governmental officials over the cops, the drug dealers, the family members of the drug dealers. They consistently showed up, in the writer's room included, in the acting, in the crew, in the way it was shot. And to me, they edge us out by a season, because I think we were dominant for 4 seasons on a very beautiful, handsome, stunning way. I think The Wire went 5 years. Did they go 5? Was it 5 seasons?
It was 5 seasons of The Wire.
It is 5 seasons, and we talk about it like it was 10 seasons, and there's
right.
Talk about it like it was 10 seasons, and there's your answer. It was only 5.
Right.
Howard gave you 6.5. I wish we would have been paid more like it was a 7th season, but we weren't. But 6.5. We gave you 15 episodes or 16 in the final run. But I believe that everybody that rocked out, and that's not to say that the guest members, that the guest cast that we had in season 5 and season 6 weren't incredible.
Right.
But I'm in terms of our force as crew, as producers, as writers, as actors, as the network, we rocked out in a way that me as an ex-athlete would judge 4 seasons. The Wire gave us 5, so I got to say The Wire is there. I would put us number 2, and I would say that Snowfall is a very, which is a compliment, because they're still rocking. I would give them number 2. That's a pretty good company to be in.
So Larry, he's saying The Wire, Power, then Snowfall. He did all that D-knowledge talking and all that thespian speak to just come out and say The Wire, Power, then Snowfall. Larry, any opposition to his ranking?
Yeah, I halfway agree with them, because I'm going to go ahead and say that that I think The Wire is still, out of those 3, The Wire is still the best. The Wire, for me, is still the best TV show that's ever been on TV. You know, it's the best show that's ever been on TV. I haven't seen one that's been better than The Wire yet.
Wow. Wow. So
The Wire is number 1. And then I'm going to go ahead and say Snowfall, and then Power. And the reason why I'm going to say that versus, because I feel like with Power, there were some times in there where you really have to suspend your disbelief. Like, just really. Like, there are people that made some really bad, dumb decisions that were so dumb that you can see coming a mile away, and you're like, no reasonable person in that position would have done that. Or you look at it and you're like, these people have made good decisions their entire time on this show. Now all of a sudden they're going to make the most ridiculous decision that a person could make in this scenario. So, not to mention all the times that just, Tommy or Ghost literally just shot someone and killed them, or beat someone to death, and then they just disappeared, and no one's ever suspecting them. Like somebody's at the club and they get killed, and then no one ever suspects either one of those dudes, even though that was the last place that person was seen or heard from. And I mean, there was a lot of times I had to suspend my disbelief to go along with the story. I did not have to do that with The Wire at all. It just seemed very, very, plausible and real. I mean, they could have probably made that into a documentary practically. And And Snowfall, I'm feeling the same thing. Like when I watch Snowfall, I don't feel like I have to suspend my disbelief. In times, I know that there's a lot of this that happened in real life, and I'm cringing like, no, don't do that. But it has to get done because it already happened, And so I'm just not feeling. I like Power. It was entertaining, and I'm going to continue to watch Power Book 2, but I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that it's number 2 on that list. It would be number 3 on that list. And in fact, I think there's probably a few other shows they could have put on that list that would have bumped Power further down the line.
Well, since they was just strictly talking about those 3, I've only seen 2 of the 3. And for now, I'm still ranking Power higher than Snowfall. Reason being is because I, in wholehearted truth, have only seen 2 seasons of Snowfall. Now, mind you, the 2 seasons I've seen went nuts. I mean, it went hard as hell. And the fact that I had to really think about which show I need to rank higher than the other one probably says more. I should say Snowfall is number 1 because I've seen all the Power seasons and I've only seen 2 of Snowfall, and it made me pause to think about which one is better. So imagine how I'm going to feel after I see all the seasons of Snowfall. And like he said, they're still making more Snowfalls, but I would have to, in the same vein as Power, Godfather of Harlem is another great show, but it doesn't have as many seasons. And
yes, that's the thing. That's the way I feel about Godfather of Harlem too. It's great, but they're only on the 2nd season right now.
Right.
If they continue with the same quality level all the way through like season 4, then it's entered into that conversation. But it can't be in the conversation right now because it just doesn't have enough episodes.
Right, just not enough episodes. But for me, as of right now, this moment, I would go Power, then Snowfall, or I would do Double Talk because a lot of us like to double talk so we can get out of things. I would say 1A is Power and 1B is Snowfall. They're both the same, just that one is 1A and one is 1B. Just in case somebody tried to chastise me 2 years from now and say, "Oh no, you said Power was better." No, I said Power was 1A and Snowfall was 1B. So in essence, they're a tie. It's just that some people sit on the A side of the class, some people sit on the B side. But honestly, for me, right now, I would say Power, but Snowfall is really reeling it in. And probably after I'm done watching all of Snowfall, it's probably going to be Snowfall for me when I'm done watching all of them. And
it is fantastic. I will tell you this. I mean, I know the show is a little bit older now, but if you get the time, if you have some downtime, go watch The Wire.
Okay.
I mean, it is in a lot of ways it's timeless because a lot of the same issues that they dealt with in the show they're still dealing with now. But go watch it. Pick up the first season of it and watch it. And it's really fun to watch it because some of these young actors that are have blown up today are in that series. And you get to see them as very young actors and see how truly talented they were even back then. And someone said, "Did y'all watch Lovecraft?" I did, and Lovecraft isn't in the conversation yet because they're only 1 season,
And we reviewed it. We reviewed it too, Larry Jones. We was having special guests up here to review Lovecraft. I mean, we really went hard on promoting that show.
Yeah. Kobe says your black card's about to get revoked for no wire.
Golly, man. No,
Lamont's about 10 years younger than us, though, Kobe.
No.
Lamont's about 10 years younger than us. So for him not to watch The Wire, it's sort of understandable,
I think I might have been possibly in 9th grade when The Wire came out, something like that, or something like that. And that I kind of wasn't into TV. I was athlete I never really watched TV much as a high school student. I really didn't.
Right.
So,
and to be honest with you, I'm not sure if you were watching The Wire at 14, 15 years old that you would have truly appreciated it anyways. Now as an adult, when you watch it, you'll appreciate it, because back then you may have looked at it and saw some of the drugs and the crime and the shootouts and all that stuff. You might have liked the action, but you may not have been able to fully appreciate all the intricacies that they put into the story that led up to some of that violence, that led up to some of the tragedy and some of the good stuff that happened. So the show was definitely written and produced for grown folks. It's not for kids at all. So
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for us. Let me shout out my super chatters. Kobe super chatted because he agreed with Larry finally. My folk Buzz super chatted. And there was one more that I probably missed, but I want to thank you for it, because you allowed me to keep working with other YouTubers who are trying to make it, other subscribers who are trying to make it. And I'm very grateful that you guys give me time to work with all these people and network. It's what it's all about, trying to help individuals expand their social media, become a brand. And you can have multiple YouTube channels. That's why Lamont don't hate on nobody. Lamont trying to help y'all, teach y'all the ropes. And I greatly appreciate it. So we'll be back Friday. There's nothing going on tomorrow unless something crazy happens. I'll be here probably making a baby video, me and the daughter, that I'll be posting on Sunday. I'll get her spinning around on the shield, holding on to the strap, just having a good time. And now the chick is walking, ladies and gentlemen. When she puts on her shoes, she'll walk all the way down this hall in my house, and it's a brand new day, because she is as nosy as her daddy. And I say that in a good way. So we appreciate you guys.
I want to see you put her on the shield and then throw it and have her bounce off the trees and then come back to you.
Nah, I haven't even made my video where I'm gonna go outside, take the shield, and do like Anthony Mackie was doing. I still say I'm gonna make that video, but I won't be putting L on the shield when that happens. No. So, ladies and gentlemen, until that next Sex is Hell video, which will be Friday, we'll see you guys.
Peace, y'all.
Peace. Yeah, man. I put the thing on the floor. She